I don't understand. Sorry, everybody. Just give me a minute here and know what's going on with this. Maybe it didn't take me to the right place. Maybe that was it. Aha. Before I start, I always try to make sure that it's, in the right spot, or that you can see it on the computer. And it wasn't coming up, and it's because I thought I was on my on the page, but apparently I was not quite there. They make all these changes on Facebook, and for me, they're not helpful. It just feels like everything is harder, and there's more steps. And anyway, I guess I told somebody the other day that I think that they do this kind of stuff so that people that are a little older like me, they just want to make you feel really old and incompetent. But anyway, we're here. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is Sonia with Stamping Round the Dining Room Table. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you do not have a demonstrator of your own, I would be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamproundthetable.stampinup.net, to see more about me, to see what events I have. And you can also see the products that Stampin' Up! Offers. You could place an order. Everything's falling down here just a second. You could place an order there. You could sign up to be a part of my team. You could sign up to have a workshop, which that's what they call a party. And all those things. If you have any questions, anything I can help you with, please reach out to me. I do also have a Facebook page called Stamping Round the Dining Room Table. I have a Facebook Live on there on Tuesday mornings at 10:45 and Friday afternoons at 1:45. So you're welcome to come over and see what things I am sharing there. Okay, so right now, with Stampin' Up, it is February 2nd, Groundhog Day, yay, 2022. And so that means that right now we are in the middle of our celebration. Celebration started January 4th, and it goes through until the end of this month. The 28th is the last day of it. And I thought I had that brochure right here, but I can't find it. But for every $50 that you spend in one of our catalogs, which is our annual catalog, and this is our mini catalog from January to June, every $50 you can choose an item from the celebration. Now there are two things in there you can choose if you order $100 worth of stuff. If you did have an order that was $300, which that qualifies for sure as a party. 150 qualifies as a party, okay? So, or workshop. And then, but if you do a $300, and that's before shipping or tax or anything extras added, then there's a specific stamp set that's a lot of, oh no, I'm sorry, that's not a lot of sayings. One of the $100 ones has a lot of different sentiments, which is really nice. It's the Calming Camellia is the one if you have a $300 party. Okay, so some people really like that. You do not have to buy that much. You don't even have to buy $50 worth of stuff. It's just that I just want you to know that if you did, you would get a free item. Okay, free stamp set, free paper. All right, so I just don't want you to miss out on that. If you do place an order and it's less than 150, please use this host code. If it's 150 or more, then that's when you don't want to use it, because then you will get some extra things called Stampin' Rewards to get some free product in addition to what you would get from the celebration. Okay, all right, enough of that. What I am doing this week is from our mini catalog, part of the Sweet Talk suite. I got the Love and Happiness bundle, or the Bouquet of Love Love and Happiness bundle, which includes the Bouquet of Love hybrid embossing folder. Okay, so I did not choose to get the Sweet Conversations bundle, but that's part of this suite. All right, I did kind of go through everything that's in the suite yesterday on my Facebook page. So if you were interested in seeing more about that, you can go to there. I will have the link down below, okay, in the description. But this is the one that I'm mainly focusing on today, is this set right here. And what is a hybrid embossing folder? Well, a hybrid embossing folder, and it was right here, so where did I've been doing stuff with it all morning, and I thought I had everything right here. So 1 second, it can't be too far because I haven't gone too far. Is it in with my, oh, maybe I have it down here. Oh, yep, that's where it is. Okay. Sorry about that. A hybrid embossing folder is a folder that you can emboss and cut something out with. There's one, maybe two others. I think there's two others that Stampin' Up! Offers. But you always need to make sure that it is a hybrid. We had a couple that looked almost like they could be a hybrid, but they were not, because they had, because the embossing folder, it was mainly with some seashells that we had. The embossing folder really gave, like when you stamp the seashells out, this one stamp set, it would really give it dimension. And then it had a die that you could cut it out with as well, but they were not like this. You had to do them separately. These you can do together. Now, to just show you the bundle, if you get the bundle, you get the embossing folder, you get these dies, and you get this stamp set. And the stamp set itself is all, it's all sentiment. Celebrating your anniversary. You two have something really special each other. Congratulations. A wonderful marriage is the collection of many small happy moments. Here's to another year of love and laughter and happily ever after. Happy wedding day. Valentine greetings, wedding wishes to the one I love, to the cutest couple ever, for my wife. Happy Valentine's Day, friend. For my husband. You're engaged. Here's to love and happiness. Happy anniversary, my love, and congratulations. Okay, and see the red rubber. All right. The other stamp set, and actually it's got stamps that does have dies that coordinate, that we do have, is from our annual catalog, Always in My Heart. And so that's something that if you wanted, you could, bring it in to mix and match for for Valentine's Day. It also does have Happy Anniversary, Be My Valentine, the best kind of friend is a kind like you. Here's to another year of happily ever after. You are always in my heart. And then this one says you had me at hello. And it's got some flowers, and it's got some stamps, just do some tiny hearts. And then the dies that come with that, these right here, you can cut those out. It has this banner. This is like for an edge. You could make a fancy edge on your card. And this beautiful heart cutout that cuts out this beautiful heart, and the flowers. These flowers are just if you stamp them, flowers and leaves, if you stamp them and want to cut them out. This is more that they would stand on their own without being stamped. Okay, and then there's another thing of bunch of little hearts there. So really, you get a lot in that one. That's in our annual catalog. It was a bundle originally. It's not a bundle now, but you can look at those if that's something that you would like. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you more with this in a little bit. What I wanted to do first was just to kind of have a little bit of fun, because in the just grab these right here for a second. The paper that comes in this suite is kind of fun. I did not, right now I don't have, like I did once upon a time, I don't have like a lot of people to give Valentine's to. I am retired, so I used to do stuff for people I worked with, but obviously I'm not there anymore. So you get 2 each of 6 double-sided sheets. And so see, they've got the conversation hearts there. On the back, some of this, it says love in different languages. Okay, French, German, English, and I saw another one which, Ti amo. Okay, I think that's, I don't know if it's Spanish or Italian, but anyway. I think it might be Spanish, but anyway. And then here's the next one, the front and back, or one side too. It's not really, okay, there's that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this one I cut into both sheets. This one, and there's the back. Okay, and even though I didn't get all of the dies in, or the stamp set, you still can make some fun cards with it. This is one I made for yesterday's set, and cut. This is the hearts from these 2 hearts that are in the die set that came with the hybrid. Okay, and then those are the stamp. I told you, like the little in this set, those little hearts. This is how they stamp. There's just 3 of them. I need to stamp it. Okay, and then this is the red faux linen ribbon. That's part of the set, and this is part of the suite, not the set. And then this is the iridescent rhinestones that are part of that suite as well. So I did that here. It's kind of fun. And then when I was just kind of looking through, because I wanted some ideas. Sometimes, you know, you just need to have a little bit of ideas from other people about how to do some different things. And someone who had been kind of using this, but not with all the stuff, put together a card. And actually what she did was she had received a card in the mail that had a strip like this, like so top to bottom, just a little bit of white, or maybe it had black, I think, at black and white, and then a smaller rectangle, and it had a circle. Okay, well, I didn't put the circle on, but I just took that, she showed how she changed it up. And then I thought, oh, I want to try this with some of the paper from the, let's tell you the name of it, Sweet Talk. And I thought, so let me just see what I can do. And I used these to cut out the littler hearts and the bigger hearts, because even though that's part of the embossing folder, you can use it by itself. Okay, and then I used some of our paper, some of the paper from the Sweet Talk, and the colors, which I didn't show you, the colors that are in it, got them all right here, are, if I can get a hold of it, there's Real Red, So Saffron, Petal Pink, I want to say is it Pool Party? Suddenly my mind's blank here. Yeah, Pool Party. There was Pool Party. Oh my goodness. Highland Heather, Granny Apple Green, and Blushing Bride. Okay. So, all right. And so what I decided was I wanted to use this paper, the paper that had this. I want to use the stripes from the back, those purple, and this paper, the Love. And I wasn't sure which way did I want to do it. Did I want it like this here or that there, you know, and this there or there. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to put one together, and then I'm going to cut the same stuff and just do it the opposite here. Okay, I'm still going to use, I decided that I wanted the Gorgeous Grape. This is the Highland Heather here, because I really wanted that darker purple to set things off. And there's a little bit of the darker purple, as you can see right in the stripes there. Okay. So, well, one of the things I didn't mention, part of this suite is it's called Gingham. embossing folder, and here I did this to show people how it looks. Okay, there's one side and there's the other. And when I was getting stuff together to do this, I thought, you know what, on this one, I don't know how well it shows up on there. On this one, I'm going to do it on the front of the card before I add all my stuff and just see how I like it. I might like it, I might not, but you know, sometimes you got to just do something a little different. So that's what I decided to do with this. So I'm going to move this to the side because I don't need those right now anyway. So this is just a regular A2 card. All right, so it's I said that wrong. No, that's right, 8.5. Scored at 4 1/4, 5.5 this way. So 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, 5.5. So when you fold it, you have a 4 1/4 by 5.5 front. Okay. Then, when I meant to write these, I started to write these down and this down for you guys so that it would be here to refer to, and I forgot to do that. So the white piece that's right here, that's 2.5 by 5.5. And I don't know if I pull this over here. And this I got from Lisa Marie, Stamp with Lisa Marie. I got the idea, but what I end up doing with it is my stuff. It's all me. I just used I basically used her measurements. So let me get some of this stuff over here so I can, it's all where I need it. Okay. And if I put it there, and and let me just put this here so that right there, it's all above there. Okay, between basic, you know, that's about the cardstock size, what you would need, and depending on whether you cut it the way I did or you wanted it to go the other, open this way, you know, but anyway. All right, so you do take, it's nice if you have a bone folder, you can just burnish that a little bit so that it will close nicely. All right, so the cardstock, and in this case it's white, but you know, obviously this could be white. I could have had a white background and had this be the purple. I could have done black. You know, there's just so many choices. It's whatever you want, so change it up however you want. This is 2.5 by 5.5, so that means that it will go the whole length of the, you know, top to bottom of the card. And this piece is DSP is 2 by 5.5. Okay, so you're going to want your card base, and then you're going to want, of your card stock, you're going to want 2.5 by 5.5, 2 1/4 by 3.5. And she had, instead of the hearts, she had the circle. If you wanted the circle, that's about a 2 1/4 inch circle. Okay, and the circle she had like a scallop circle and then a regular circle inside. Okay, so you'd have to, you know, adjust a little bit for that. Then the designer series paper, the piece that goes on here is 2 by 5.5, and the piece that goes on here is 2 by 3 1/4. Okay, so on this one it has so that there's a border all the way around. This one, it just has a border on each side and goes all the way top to bottom. And I tried to put it about in the middle. This one I got it off a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because it's up to you how you do that. So let me grab my mat here, and I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal on this. You can, whatever adhesive you like, whether it's like a tape runner or if you like to do it with liquid glue, you know, whatever you like, that's what you're going to do. So you're going to put that on there. I'm going to put these together first. Okay, and then here's the other one. Okay, so I'm going to just put, again, just put that together. Put that right there. All right, now, so now what you're going to decide is you can have this exactly in the middle. This one was a little bit over to the side. Okay, it's really however you want. So let me just see if I put it in the middle. See, if you put it exactly in the middle, then more of the purple is covered up by this over here. Or if you wanted it, do more like this if you want. That's more like how I did it. but I'm not sure. But so it doesn't, I'm just saying that to show you that it doesn't matter. It's however you decide. Okay, and I'm just going to put this down. It doesn't really matter much to me. Okay, and then, whoops, this one is going to just go right about like that. Okay, then what I decided was I wanted to layer all these hearts, and what I did is I just kept playing around with it. I kept like kind of moving them around until I got how I liked the way it looked. Okay, that's similar to what I have here. It's not exact, but it doesn't, it's not. And basically I put, oh, I did that the wrong way. That should have been, oh well. I needed to turn these over. I'll wait to do that one. So this is going to have to go this way because I put the glue on the wrong side there. Okay, so then it distracted me, so I'm not sure. Let's see, maybe like that, like this. So that it is just a little different than how I did it before. They don't have to be exactly the same. Okay, and what I did is at least the bottoms of them I put down like just flat, and then later when I did end up putting a little bit of dimensionals under this corner and that, like under here and under there. I don't know if I'm going to do that this time because I just, it's just however it looks to you. But I will show you kind of how I did. So how do I want to do these? Something similar, something a little different. Let's see, maybe do it. Let me try it this way. And again, it's just pretty much how do you want your hearts to look? And they could be even a little bit more like this if you want. I think I kind of like that, so I think I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to do this. Now, once again, I had that more kind of like this, didn't I? Kind of how I wanted it. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe I want it. Okay. I think I want that a little more like that, that a little more like that, and this maybe a little more like there. I think that's more how I want it. All right, and then I'll just show you. I just took dimensionals, and just so you know, I need to order some more dimensionals, but the bones, the edges here, they work well because it's the same stuff. And what I did was, especially like for these, you could use mini dimensionals, or when I wanted to have like one of the sides of the heart to stick up, I just took this. I'm going to put one right here. Whoop. Like that. So it came down a little bit like that. And then this other one, do I want it there? I might want that under both. I don't know. And it's just however, you don't have to do dimensionals at all. It's really just what do you want. And this one, I think I'm going to do it like this. If I can get it down there, it's not sticking to my finger. Okay, now that it's coming up anyway. There. That. And now that's, because this other side's sticking up a little, I'm going to put it under there just to help support that side. And if you want to put these all on before you put it down, I just wasn't sure, how I might want it. So I wanted to wait till it was down here to try to help me decide where I wanted to pop things up. And this one I think I'm going to do right there, like that. Okay, and then I think I'm going to put a few under here. So, but again, you can decide before you put them down and just put it all on underneath before you put it down there. So these aren't going to pop up maybe quite as much as the others, but it still will give it a little more dimension than just stacking them on each other like I did here. Okay. Yeah, I'll put another one under there. I can get it to not stick all over my fingers, and it'll stick where I want it. There. There. So I think that's how I'm going to want it, like that. Okay, so, but as I said, you don't have to do any if you don't want. You can do more. That's whatever you want. All right. And then I wanted to use this banner from here. And I'm just going to say Valentine Greetings. So here's Valentine Greetings. I'm going to do it in the gorgeous Grape. Okay. Hopefully I can get this to stamp correctly. You know, when you're on camera, sometimes things don't go quite, not that they always go quite as plain when you're off camera. And then I am going to put behind here, I'm going to use some of these. Actually, I'm going to use this. Go over to here. I'm going to give it longer than I need, but if so, I can trim it off. And right here's a little long, but there. Okay. You don't have to put a long strip like that if you don't want. I just thought I got it there. Why not? Okay. And I might want, do I want that to slide? That, let me see. I should have probably paid more attention before I put that on exactly where I wanted it. This could come down here more if you want. Maybe I will do that, because up here, because of how I have the hearts, they kind of, or do I like it like that? No, I think I like it. This one I think I'm going to put down lower. Okay. And then what I used to embellish this was, I just had them here. Sorry, so you can see that if you need to. Did I put them? Maybe I put them back over here. Let me just see. These actually are retired, but I still have some and I wanted to use them. And actually you can, if you have even just the basic pearls and you have an alcohol marker like our Stampin' blends, and with our Stampin' blends, they have the colors that match our inks. You could even color it in. I thought I had it right out here on top, and they're eluding me. Let me just look real quickly with my other. I was trying so hard to have everything all together. Ah, here they are. Now see, these came, they have a darker purple. Let's see, let me do this. They have a darker purple, they've got a lighter purple, they've got a pink, and they've got a gray. So, I take your pick tool. And I just really felt that the darker purple was what would look the best. But if you know, or even because our regular pearls, they're white. So if you wanted just to have it be white, because you could put white on these too. So let me do this. If I can get this off my finger, I'm going to put one there, one there. And these are all the same size. So sometimes we have things different sizes. Do I want that down here? I think I do. I think I'm going to do it just like that. Okay, so using the same paper, just alternating where, you know, like where the paper is on here, and even just moving the Valentine, the hearts around a little bit, and the greeting. They look, you know, gives a totally different look. And obviously what's also different about this is that it is embossed in the back. Okay. And then I'm not going to do the inside of that, but this one I used this heart stamp, which was in this month's paper pumpkin kit. Okay, because I just wanted one that color or that size that would, like really all filled in. And I used the Highland Heather and the gorgeous Grape there. And when you get ready to send it, if you want to stamp another greeting in, you can, or you can just write your message. Okay, so there's the first cards for today. Next, I'm going to show you now how to use, so everything falls on the floor. See if I can pick this up. How to use the hybrid. I do have most things cut out so that I won't be doing a lot of cutting, but I just wanted you to be able to see, because some people have used a hybrid, maybe even this specific one, and some have not. So I just wanted to show you how that works. Now, the other person I was watching today, his name was Melissa Miller, and what she did on hers, now she did it on the back, I did it on the front, but because this whole thing, the whole thing is like 6x6. Well, our card fronts are not 6x6, they're 5.5 by 4.25. So I found where the middle was, and right now I don't see, I had my ruler, and I just saw where, let me get one of these, see where the heart goes down there, and where this goes down, and I just put it so there and made a mark. That's the center that way. And then this other way, it's maybe not the center top to bottom of this. It's hard. That's a little bit harder. It may be. I wish I knew what I did with my ruler, but it's right here somewhere. Probably fell on the floor or whatever. But it might be half. It may be off a little bit. It's a little bit deceiving. I think it is about halfway though, now that I'm seeing. But anyway, so I made a midpoint there. Then I got thinking about it, and I thought, all right, so if I want my card front to be this direction, I wanted to be able to line it up so that the heart would be in the middle. If I wanted it to go this direction, there. So I wanted to be able to line it up in the middle that way. So I took time and I found the center point. So what I did was the center here, center there, and then I just made the little mark where the center is. Then from the center, I measured out so that from this mark to this mark is 4.25, and from this mark to this mark is 5.5. Okay. And so that will help when I'm putting, like if I want to do something, say this direction, right? Everything I have is the other direction, so I think I might try it this direction. But where the Stampin' Up! Logo is, that's the front. And that's the part that's going to make this look raised. That's the part where it gives it the raised look, the embossed look. And that's the debossed, where it goes down in, okay? So I just took a piece of 6x6 when I first did it, because I just wasn't sure, and just put it on here, okay, and ran it through. And this is what you get, and I hope it shows up, these beautiful flowers, and then the center, and you could just leave it like that. If you wanted to do it and then cut this out, you can also do that. But this is so that you can do it all in one step, all right? So you're going to put the die right in the center. And just to look, because that goes in a little bit, so you can push it, and once it's there, it kind of stays. I mean, yes, it's not going to, if you tip it upside down, it's going to fall out, but that's where it would stay. And I'm going to do this one this direction, because everything else is the other. I did everything this way. So just so you can see, if you wanted your card to open, like, can't even do it here. get a hold of it, to open this direction instead of this direction, okay? Now, I can see my lines here. Now, the one thing to be careful of, make sure that you get the correct line here, because I just want to show you. They have a line right here so that you can line your paper up with that. But when you do that, I did find, and that's just so that you can make sure your paper's straight, but if you're doing 4 1/4, then your heart's not in the center, okay? But they most of the folders do have that, just so that you can line. See, I'll show you on this is the gingham one. See, so then you can line your paper up there and you'll know that it's straight. It's just another thing to help you. All right, so in this case, I'm not going to pay attention to this line. I'm going to pay more these two, because this is going to be 5 1/2 wide, okay? And so that's there. Now, I didn't go the 4 1/4, or did I? No, I didn't go the 4 1/4 that direction. There was so much on there I didn't, but you could do that also if you wanted 4 1/4, just so that you could line that up. But you can see, especially with these marks on here, it makes it easier to see, okay? And see, it does look when you turn it over. So I put that in, I line up the paper, close it, put the back over. See, just hold it together so it doesn't move. And then, because this is what they call a 3D, you're going to use the base plate, which is a number 1. And that's if you're using this one, using our Stampin' Emboss machine, Stamp Cut and Emboss machine. And then you're going to put number 4, the gray. I think if you had like the older machines that we had before, the I can't think what they're called right now, Big Shot, I think that one has a blue one that would use with it. The one for the 3D anyway. And then when you open it, see, both of them are embossed. That's cut out. It's right in the middle. You can either use this with this one, like maybe pop it up, or you can do another color and use this, with that, whatever that card is, and this with the color that you chose to put for the center. All right, so that's how that works. I'm going to put together, to show you a couple card ideas that I have, and put something together for you here. So first of all, I just want to show here, when I did this, it was before I had the lines on there, and I didn't get it quite lined up because it's wider on this side than that side, but I wanted you to still be able to see it, and I'm sure I can trim this down a little bit, and I can still use that. But I just wanted you to see that. Then this one I didn't realize I put it through upside down, but I just wanted to show you, so it opens this way. What I'll probably do at some point is trim that off, and that can be the front of a card. But if you want, like I said, if you wanted the center to be different, so that's what I did here. I did put it on the back there. If this was a card front, like this one is a card front, okay, so you can see here, the blue is out, and then I just popped this up with dimensionals, okay. This one I think I also, to the one I love, there's another year of love, laughter, and happily ever after. And on this one I did show how I did this yesterday on that. These got to be a little careful if you trim it. This got roughed up a little bit. And these are blue colored rhinestone jewels there. Again though, if you don't have a whole bunch of different colors in the rhinestones, as long as you have an alcohol marker that's the color you want, you can color the clear ones and they will be the color you want on there. This one, Wedding Wishes, and this time I didn't put the heart in the middle. I left it like whatever the front of the card was. And here, this is our iridescent jewels. And see on here, they look almost pinky, you know, it's almost like a deeper color of this. Let me just see here, because I did put it on one yesterday just to kind of show on blue. Even though it's got the pinky color, see, it still will be okay if you wanted it on the blue, okay? So just don't, a lot of times I have to go through a few different colors and see what do I think? Do I like how it looks on there or what? And even the clear ones that aren't iridescent, they sometimes can look different once you get them on there, okay? All right, then for today, what I did was, when I was looking at Melissa Miller, what she did, and I liked what she did, actually, she cut, you know, she did cut, and here I've got two, and she said, was pointing out how if it's somebody's wedding, you could incorporate whatever the colors, their wedding colors are, peach and blue, some go together nicely, and a specific purpose for trying this, but I'm just, but anyway, this one, I didn't put it on the card base yet, but that's the card front, and this would go just like that. So on both of these, what I did was, on this one, I cut the blue, and the blue on this one, the pale papaya on this one, I cut them 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this is 4 1/4, this is 4 1/8, okay? This is 5 1/2, this is 5 3/8. And then this one, the top one, is 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so it has just a little bit of a reveal. If you wanted it even smaller, instead of the 8ths, you could do the 16ths. And then it's a real tiny, tiny sliver. For me, this is good enough. 16ths sometimes can get a little bit crazy. All right, so what she did was she cut the one from here, you know, and like here I just used the same colors and just to show how you can mix and match. And then she cut 4 of the hearts that were not embossed, and she stacked them up, like glued them together, and you can kind of see right there. So it gives it, that's a different way to give yourself some dimension, or you could just do the one and use the dimensionals to pop it up. But it definitely gives a little different look to it. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now with this. I have this all set to go. This is white, and with basic white. And where's my, right here. So, and you can do, I did find, sometimes you might want with this, because you might want to use glue on this instead of your seal, but either will, you know, anything, whatever works. It's just because sometimes, because these, with the embossing, it can really be, make sure I got this the right way here, that it can, yes, opens that way, so I don't want to, want to make sure I got the art going the right direction. But sometimes when you have the top embossed like that, sometimes it it's hard for it to really grab well with the tape runners. So you might want to try the glue, because it will kind of fill in those gaps a little bit. Okay, so I already glued together 3 of these, just so you can kind of see. And I'll just show you, just like you saw me kind of a little bit before, but I'm just going to put a little bit. So she had done 4 of these and 1 that had the embossing on it. So you just kind of like this, and it will slide around a little bit for a second or two. Okay. And then one of the things she did, here, let me just see. Hopefully I got that right, so it'll fit in here. Okay. And she put that one of those on, just to give it a little bit of weight to it. So to help those kind of really adhere together and not like curl up. All right, but I am going to do this. Go on to the next little bit here. Okay. And then fit this right in here like a puzzle piece. There. Yeah, let me put that back for a minute there. All right, and then I wanted, now this is cherry cobbler, and I have a white one here, and on this one, I'm going to say Valentine greetings on this one, and I'm going to just, you could do it in the cherry cobbler. I'm going to do it in black. Okay, so it's, okay, let's put this so we both can see, and hopefully I can stamp this well. Whoop. Might be a little crooked, but I think it's going to be all right. Okay. Or do I have my, I don't have the red over here. I try it with that too, but that's good. And this is very, very elegant because it's just all the white and the red. The other thing you could do, let me grab these out here, some of my mini dimensionals. I believe the regular dimensionals would also fit on here, but because it's kind of tiny, smaller at the ends, and I wanted 3 on, I thought, let me just use the mini ones. Okay. I could bring up the, and that goes here, or you can make it, diagonal. And I think I forgot to bring up the, let me just see, I think it's down on the floor, yep. I'm not sure if this ribbon may have retired, I can't remember. It was in our mini catalog for like with the Christmas stuff. But I really like it, and it is, if I can get a hold of this, I always have a hard time getting this plastic off of it. If I was thinking I would have had it done before I started taping, but oh well, that's how things go. There. I'm going to make a bow with this. Or you could even do a knot if you didn't want, depending on who you're giving it to, but let me try the bow here. Yeah. Just try there. I want the bow a little smaller, but you got to kind of play with it, pull it tight, keep playing with it till you get the bow about the size you want. There, I think that's what I want. And then I'm going to trim that way, trim this that way, and then I'm going to use a glue dot. I find those work the best for me. Seems like anything else I use doesn't really seem to want to stay very well. And actually, when I put it down, I probably should have put it up a little higher, but hey, that's okay. The other thing you can do, if the ends aren't going exactly where you want them to, you can always put a glue dot to hold them down as well. So there's that. And I wanted, I don't know what I want. Well, these look, it might go well with it. What did I have in, I was thinking I had something in mind, and now I don't think these, I think, are going to be too yellowy. Well, maybe not. Because I don't have, so again, I could color the red. Let me just try these. I'll see how I like these. I can get a hold of them. These are some retired ones. The biggest thing is, it doesn't matter in one sense. You can just do whatever you know, if you have stuff in your stash, there's nothing saying that you cannot use the things in your stash. Go right ahead and use whatever you have. Don't want you to feel like it just because something's retired. Oh, I don't like that. This one's got to come down a little more. I think if I leave that one there. There. I think I want this one a little bit. This is for me sometimes the hardest thing. Where do I really want this to go? Just putting them on flowers, but I'm not there. So there's that. Might be a little too yellow. I got to get some more of the gold. These were gold glitter. But anyway, the other thing you could do with this, and I'll just kind of show you. I think I've got some things to show you with. If you'd wanted, you know, it could have been that could have been the base instead of white. And maybe trim this down just a smidge so that you could see the red. The other thing you could do is put some black in there, especially since I use the black for the sentiment. If I can get a hold of my basic black right here. And that could either be this way, like a little bit of the red, be like this, so you have like that, or it could even be the black, could even be next to the white. So see, there's all sorts of options. You don't have to just, you know, you can make it as fancy or as plain as you want. If you wanted, we have some gold foil paper. You could even use that to, like, you know, cut out the heart with or whatever. You know, there's just so many options. Okay, so sometimes I will do this kind of thing sometimes just to see, how do I want this? Do I want it to have more layers? Okay, and I like to have, sometimes, depending on how, this one will be all right, but sometimes when I put a lot on the front, like if I have a lot of layers, this doesn't want to stand up as well. So a lot of times what I might do is put a piece of the red, the cherry cobbler inside, and then I put another piece of white over it to give it a little more. And I like it because it can feel, then it feels like it's got more substance to it, so people can feel like, wow, you know, and feel like it's a more expensive card. So there's all sorts of ways you can do it, you know, make your card seem more elegant, more expensive, more whatever, and it doesn't cost a lot to do it. I mean, obviously you don't want to get too crazy and have 20 layers on or something, because then it would cost more to mail it. But, you know, for the most part, just an extra layer so it does not make that happen. So let me grab out here. So these are the ones I did earlier. And these are the ones. So just want to see here. Let me do it like this, maybe. Just see if I can get it all in the frame here for you to see all of them. Okay. This can maybe just come down, come here. So I guess that really, yep. Or if I do it like that, I don't think I could do the fifth one up there, but I can have it down here like this. And you can see all of them in there. Okay, good. Okay. So I hope that inspires you to try some of these things. And I guess the other side would be, if you didn't really want the embossing folder for some reason and you just wanted to cut out hearts, then you could do that. You do have some other, you know, we still have the heart punches. They're a little bit smaller than these, but you could use those. And there's one that's just plain and one that's got the ruffled edge, so they do, you know, nest in each other when you cut them, punch them out. So that would be something else if you need to save some money, and, you know, just always use what you have. Don't feel like you always have to buy the newest, the biggest, the best of anything. Okay, and a lot of times it's not that we really need it, it's just that we want it. I get that too. But, you know, when you have to pinch pennies, and like most of us do have to do that and decide, am I getting this or am I getting that, you know, whatever it is. So, okay. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I am open to any constructive criticism. Just try to do it in a kind way. You know, we all need to have kindness in our lives and be kind to each other. Okay. So thank you so much again for watching. I'll be back again next Wednesday with more here on YouTube. And until we meet again, everyone, happy crafting. Bye-bye.